What is going on, true believers, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving headfirst into the chaotic, confusing, and occasionally brilliant mess that is Marvel's Phase 5. If you feel like you need a PhD in theoretical physics just to keep up, you are not alone. Phase 5 so far. Imagine if Disney Plus and the MCU had a chaotic baby that never slept and was fueled by pure, unfiltered multiverse energy. That's what we're dealing with. From behind-the-scenes came drama that's more complicated than the sacred timeline itself, to the shocking reveal of MODOK's giant, horrifying baby face. Marvel's latest chapter has been, well, it's been a lot. It's been a wild ride of epic highs and some truly baffling lows. So, I've taken one for the team. I've watched it all, I've processed the trauma, and now I'm here to break down every single show and movie. So, you don't have to risk your precious brain cells trying to connect all the dots. Seriously, buckle up. This is going to be more chaotic than a plate of multiverse spaghetti. Let's rewind to the beginning, shall we? Phase 5 kicked off with Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania*, the movie that was supposed to set the stage for our new big bad, Kang the Conqueror. And it did, sort of. Honestly, this felt like a movie where the real villain wasn't Kang, it was the questionable VFX. At times, the quantum realm looked less like a mysterious microscopic universe and more like a screensaver from the early 2000s. We got Scott Lang being a slightly overwhelmed dad again, which we love, but the whole thing felt a little rushed. The big takeaway was, of course, Jonathan Majors' performance as Kang. He was menacing, he was charismatic, he was a legitimate threat. It set up this idea of a council of Kangs, a multiverse of villains ready to wreck everything. And then there was MODOK. Oh, MODOK. Darren Cross back from the dead as a giant floating head with tiny limbs. It was a choice. A bold, bizarre, and frankly hilarious choice that had the internet completely divided. Despite its flaws, that one scene that looked like a kale smoothie exploded. Quantumania* did its job. It kicked off the multiverse saga's next chapter with a dose of hype and a whole lot of questions. It was the appetizer, but maybe one that was slightly undercooked. Then, just as we were scratching our heads about giant baby faces, Marvel hit us right in the feelings with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 *. This wasn't just another superhero movie, this was James Gunn's therapy session, and we were all invited. This was the movie where Marvel basically said, you know that talking raccoon you love. Let's make you cry uncontrollably over him for 2.5 hours. And boy, did they succeed. Rocket's backstory was absolutely brutal. It was dark, it was heartbreaking, and it gave his character a depth we'd only glimpsed before. The High Evolutionary was one of the most detestable villains the MCU has ever produced, a truly vile monster with a god complex, and we love to hate him. Beyond the tears, the film was a beautiful, fitting send-off for our original Guardians lineup. It was hilarious, action-packed, had a killer soundtrack as always, and every single character got their moment to shine. From Drax finally understanding metaphor to Manus choosing her own path, it was perfect. Honestly, this movie is 10 out of 10 sat playlist material. *VOL. 3 wasn't just the best project of Phase 5 so far, it might be one of the best MCU projects, period. It was a masterclass in how to end a story with heart. After that emotional high, we plummeted. We plummeted hard. We plummeted all the way down to Secret Invasion*. Oh, my friends, where do we even begin? This was supposed to be Marvel's gritty, paranoid spy thriller. The return of Nick Fury front and center. A story about Skrulls secretly infiltrating Earth, where you can't trust anyone. The premise was golden. The execution? Let's just say this was the most expensive nap you'll ever watch. How do you waste Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury? How do you take a character who is the literal glue of the MCU and give him a story that feels so inert? The pacing was glacial, the twists were telegraphed from a mile away, and the major character deaths felt cheap and unearned. It had a fantastic cast: Ben Mendelsohn, Olivia Colman, Emilia Clarke, all trying their absolute best with a script that seemed determined to go nowhere. The final battle, which turned Geo into a super Skrull with every hero's power, felt like a lazy, last-minute fix that completely broke the power scaling of the entire universe. Secret Invasion* should have been Captain America, the Winter Soldier*, but with aliens. Instead, it was a 6-episode shrug. A huge, costly, disappointing shrug. But just when we thought Phase 5 was losing its way, a glorious purpose was restored. Loki*, season 2 swooped in like the god of mischief himself to save the day. This show is, without a single shred of doubt, carrying the entire weight of Phase 5 on its very capable back. If Quantumania* introduced the chaos, Loki* is the show that's actually trying to make sense of it. It's basically the MCU's therapist trying to sort out all of its timeline-related trauma. Season 2 doubled down on everything that made the first season great. The chemistry between Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson is still electric. The introduction of Kai Kwan as Obi was a stroke of genius, adding even more heart and humor to the TVA. The show got weird, it got philosophical. It got incredibly complex with its time-slipping mechanics and temporal loom technobabble. But, at its core, it was a story about Loki's evolution from a villain into a true hero, a god who chooses the burden of saving everyone, not for glory, but because it's the right thing to do. That final shot of him holding the timelines together, becoming the new He Who Remains, but in a selfless way, was absolutely breathtaking. It's not just great Marvel television, it's great television, period. It's the connective tissue the MCU desperately needed. Next up, we flew higher, further, faster with the Marvel's *. This was the crossover that, let's be honest, not a lot of people were clamoring for, but it turned out to be surprisingly fun. The biggest strength of this movie was the chemistry between Carol, Monica, and Camila. Their body-swapping fight scenes were creative, energetic, and genuinely enjoyable to watch. I'm in Melania's Ms. Marvel continues to be an absolute treasure and steals every single scene she's in. Was the villain memorable? Not really. Was the plot a bit thin? You could say that. But the movie never took itself too seriously. It was a light, breezy, and refreshingly short adventure that focused on the fun of its lead characters teaming up. And let's not forget the real MVP of the film, and perhaps the entire MCU, Goose the Flurkin. The scene with the kittens, Flurkins, swallowing the crew to save them, was peak comic book absurdity, and I was here for all of it. Plus, that post-credits scene bringing in a certain X-Man and setting up the Young Avengers was pure fan service in the best way possible. It might not have broken the box office, but the Marvel's Asterisk was a good time. Most recently, we got a taste of something different with Echo Asterisk. This show felt like Marvel's way of saying, hey, we remember that Netflix Daredevil existed and we miss it too. This was a much darker, grittier, and more grounded story than we're used to seeing on Disney+. It was a welcome change of pace, focusing on Maya Lopez's journey back to her roots and her confrontation with her past. The show's commitment to representing Native American culture, the deaf community, was its greatest strength. It was authentic and powerful. And, of course, it brought back Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin. And he is just as terrifying, if not more so, than he was on Netflix. The show firmly reestablishes him as a major street-level threat for the MCU, and the post-credits scene setting up his mayoral run in New York is an incredibly exciting development for projects like Daredevil, Born Again Asterisk. While Echo Asterisk might have had some pacing issues for some, it was a bold and necessary step from Marvel, proving they can still do mature, character-driven stories. So, what's next? The rest of Phase 5 and even Phase 6 are still cooking. We have Deadpool and Wolverine Asterisk on the horizon, which looks poised to completely shatter the fourth wall and the box office simultaneously. I swear, if Deadpool doesn't spend hours roasting the entire MCU, we riot. Then there's Captain America, Brave New World Asterisk Thunderbolts Asterisk, which is basically Marvel's Suicide Squad and the new Fantastic for Asterisk. There's a lot still to come, and the shape of the multiverse saga is still very much in flux. So, to sum it all up, what is Phase 5 so far? It's a roller coaster of incredible highs like Guardians 3 and Loki perplexing lows like Secret Invasion and a whole lot of weird, experimental stuff in between. It's a mixed bag of quality, tones, and questionable CGI. But you have to admit, even when they stumble, Marvel knows how to keep us talking, theorizing, and binging, even when we swear up and down that we're done. Spoiler alert, we're never really done. The hook isn't too deep. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your favorite Tanley's favorite moment from Phase 5 so far? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Unless your favorite was Secret Invasion in which case, maybe seek professional help. Just kidding, mostly. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this chaotic breakdown, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into all things Marvel. We'll see you in the next one.